illegitimate, illegitimate president. I look crazy. I'm not crazy. Well, I'm irascible. Ill. Whoa, now I know why I don't smile. Illegitimate president. Illegitimate president. Shooting blanks. Drawing false conclusions. I'm a train wreck. Root briar. Survivor. Orange peckerwood. P.T. Barnum empty suit wannabe. Carpetbagger cocksucker reptile. Bible salesman exterminator. Fact breaker. Double standard savior. Truth annihilator. Holocaust denier. Shooting blanks. Drawing false conclusions. Shuckster huckster. Lionizer of the dead. Repeat offender. Translucent felon. Alpha aggressor. Double agent. Diet Pepsi celebrator. Feudal lord fantasizer. Master race propagandist. Hate monger. Little rascal. Shooting blanks. Peddling distraction. Pussy grabber gratifier. Madam George drag queen. All gristle and fat, no meat. Basket case rodeo clown. New normal napalm breakfast bar. Orange Julius sickle and hammer. Praise be to Nero's Neptune. The Titanic sails at dawn. Shooting blanks, tar and feathered, scapegoat, pharmaceutical salesman, rodeo clown ass hat, Manchurian candidate, red meat provocateur, Howard Rourke, martyred saint. Slam us into the dirty ground. Time of the assassins. Slam us into a compromising position. Blackmailed, bankrupted, golden shower, minority president. Shooting blanks, master of illusion. Champion narcissist. Man, mark of the beast. Stickler for details. Room full of mirrors. Howard Hughes captive audience. Bury us in the cold, cold ground. Uncle Wiggily's adventure. Attack our baser instincts. No more room at the inn. Shooting blanks. Master of devious practices. Illegitimate president. Outsourced intelligence. Ridiculed reprobate. Massive infraction. Dime store pervert. Out of your league. High-priced ankle biter. Commander and debriefer. Hitler apologist. Sodom and Gomorrah whoremonger. Shooting blanks. No longer resisting temptation. Birther, blasphemer. Spewing vile rhetoric. Twitter tweaker. Victors, spoils, sorely sodomized. Sorely sodomized. Sorely, liar, liar, pants on fire, sodomized. Ivanka, lamp dance, lapdog. Chronic liar. Pseudo-psycho melodrama. Rhapsodic cock sucker. Putin, puppet, paid shill. Scorched, scurvy ass, pirate pinata. Housing discrimination. Housing discrimination. Roy Cohn, fallen angel. Misanthropic. War games. Atom. Atomic football interception. Atomic football interception. Dunce cap. Tadpole attention span. New York City public restroom flea dick. Lost in translation. Minority president. Jailbait rapist in chief. Exfoliated sheets. Orange construction paper. Liar, liar, pants on fire. shooting blanks, knives sharpened. Slumlord, playboy, sadist. Jew-hating, slobbering fool. Celebrity bore. That's you. Boorish, nincompoop, opportunist. Bad medicine, bad mojo, slave owner. Shooting blanks, celebrating hate. Judas, Christ betrayer, daughter fucker, Shakespearean villain, clash of the titans. Shooting blanks, celebrating white power. Obscene, evil's twin, Satan's spawn, bad seed. Shooting blanks, celebrating nothing. Liar, liar, pants on fire. 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 Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. Fuck you. You're not fooling anybody. Not even yourself, apparently. Bloody butthole. I just wrote this. When your proctologist is your best friend and confessor, I think it's past the time to admit you have a problem. 12 steps are complete and utter bullshit, unless your disease is your addiction, and the only way forward is to move through whatever issues you're clearly not facing. I've never thought of you as Florence Nightingale, but you do have a warped kind of empathy that rips the infected skin from the sore while pouring salt into an open wound. And I remember how you used to tolerate me, true story, when we would watch Twin Peaks. I knew it was over, but you allowed me to hang out, and that small act of charity, it kept me bittersweet and semi-whole. I just vomited some Ben & Jerry's mint chocolate cookie ice cream that I'd eaten right before calling you. It was sitting on my tummy like an incorrigible and snarky leprechaun that had no place left to go but up and out. I'll never understand people who drink themselves to death, because there must be a gazillion less obnoxious ways to end your life. It makes me wonder if these loser alcoholics were assholes even before the drinking took hold, and if this is their way to get back at anyone that didn't snap to attention and follow their lubricious commands. Going down on you, it was always a treat. Like an all-you-can-eat Sunday bar without any worry of lactose or without any worry of lactose or obnoxious trans fat. I swear, one time you even told me I was the first guy to make you come by licking your pussy. Though I'm sure you'll tell me I misheard or misremembered the entire non-event. Everyone needs to start fresh, no matter if they're newborn or just handed a death sentence. Because what's the point if we just keep focusing on the depressed state of things, when there is still so much to live for, even if your butt doctor keeps calling and leaving the most enthusiastic and distressing messages. Just thinking about if I want to change that word enthusiastic to over the top. Keeps calling and leaving the most over the top and distressing messages. bare my soul. I don't bare my soul to anyone, including the priests who shuffle up with their boxers or briefs down at their weather report knees. The poetry is as close as I get to reveal any parts of myself, and my moral GPS compass has been on the blink ever since 9/11 or 666 or some other series of numbers I cannot quite get my bigger than a bread box mind around. I'm sick to death of these knee-jerk reactions and the gossip permeating this city like raw sewage, or another Trumpian call for law, order, and ignorance on a grander scale than we've seen in centuries. My mother has lost her will to live as avocados and pudding become both her savior and a grim reaper, who shall not be able to throw out of her room. She's always been difficult, but what's going on now, it's like a super flu that no vaccine can combat, because we indoctrinate ourselves against the worst without allowing the best to shine through. When she called to apologize after I walked out, after being told she'd canceled another doctor's appointment, I knew this wasn't my mother anymore, because my mother never admitted when she was wrong, no matter how much of a corner she was being pushed into. I'm going through the 5 stages of grief, and I cannot even tell you or myself which stage I'm currently in, because I feel like I've entered a fun house where the only ones having any fun are the evil clowns who are torturing everyone. These words, they pour from my corrugated cardboard soul as I consider taking a respite. If only I could muster up the courage to buy a gun and figure out how to load the bullets. Let's consider this a call to action, as another battle plan is constructed from the mindlessness of days on end doing nothing, but wishing things were different, and knowing, wishing doesn't make it so, nor does it make it any easier. Bare my soul. This is for Juliet. Superimposed glitter reality. Known Juliet a long, long time. We've been through thick and we've been through thin. Sometimes thin is the more difficult of the two. Snake venom. Feather boa. Landlocked misprint. Femme fatale blow up. Fever pitched. Stand your ground. Sockeye requiem. 4 dead in Ohio. Foregone conclusion. Dinosaur dystopia. Shaved avocado. Spine curvature. Vomit reflex. Lawn darts. Chain smoker. Nicotine fits. Sleight of hand. Come what may, come what goes. Poisoned pen letter. It's for you, Juliet. I would growl, but I don't know if it would be effective. I don't know. I'm not sure if my growl still growls. Maybe more like a limp growl, like a flaccid growl. I don't really, if my growl's not going to be fully erect, then what's even the point? This poem is entitled Suppression. Suppression, regression, depression. Idiot savant, child prodigy, celebrity apprentice. Regal, royal, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Spoon in mouth, foot in ass, pop, pop goes the weasel. Micro penis, micro casket, micro id. supplant, entrench, redress, divisive, incisive, reactive, hot shot, sunspot, jump shot. This is entitled Dueling Banjos. I wrote it for I can't talk. For Kenny Mullins. Stand up and be counted, or sit down and shut the fuck up. He got a real pretty mouth, ain't he? We're being led astray by a dog that cannot wag its tail and chew gum at the same time. Follow the white-haired Jew screaming about a revolution, because that's the only way out from all this austere gluttony and neoliberal siphoning off of the working poor. I wrote that line for Jackie. Not only are there no free lunches, free-range chickens in every pot is just another old wives' tale, and organic is no healthier than if you cannibalized your next-door neighbor. Talk amongst yourselves. Stand down and resist the temptation to overthrow the government, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. And next time you ask about pardons, take a good long look in the mirror and try to come to terms with how much of a loser you are. Falling in love with your image or falling in love with your money are the same thing, and neither one will make a lick of difference when you're shitting in a diaper and cannot even remember the sound of your own fucking name. I get it, that you suffer from terminal low self-esteem. My daddy never loved me. My daddy never loved me. But that's still no excuse for putting a gun to the head of America and making us suck your flea dick. I love looking at you. Beauty is skin deep. Actually, it's way deeper than that. Truth be told, never knew I was a poet until you checked me out. Starts slow. Everything worth savoring takes its time heating up. You taught me that as you came from my words and images, slathered in duck grease and my Jewish Sicilian saliva. Another poem to add to the ever-growing stack. It's 451 degrees and we've not even set any books on fire yet. I want to drink dandelion wine from your button as you answer my questions with maybe, I don't know, and that soft smile you always have on the tip of your acrobatic pierced tongue. Beauty is skin deep. That's what they say when they want you to buy one of their overpriced skin products. Your beauty is so deep, I'm afraid to wade in until I check that my passport is valid and I have some form of identification on me. I'd like to read a poem by Joni Soule. I told you when I give you a compliment to look into my eyes. So I know you received it, that you have taken it in and cuddled me and nurtured me, because I gave you that love so you would love me back, so I would know what love means. If you would look me in the eyes and you saw me and believed in me, you acknowledged me for all I am, from beginning to end. I am not in this moment. I breathe a sigh of relief as I speak to myself for the millionth time. On this earth alone and in pain, that I will seek out a new life that moves me toward a new day. A new fucking day. A brilliance engulfs my being into the light. I will call it time for now. The poem by Joni Sule. Last poem I'd like to read is entitled No Admittance. No Admittance. I'd like to read it for Cheryl and Marcia and Naomi and my Aunt Diane and for my mom and for Joy King. We block out what we don't wish to hear or see. Shut it down with all of our senses, like soldiers on a covert mission to hell. Shut it down and walk on back to our base of disheveled operations. He was retching, and there was nothing I could do. I wanted to enfold him in my raven arms and carry him to the other side. I wished I could whisper to him, everything would be okay. But what good would that do? Supposedly, we were once a first world country, whatever the fuck that means. Now we're at best a third world country, depending on who you ask and how much money possesses them. I am tired of going to our supposed care facilities just to watch people suffer as the aides and nurses turn a blind, dispassionate eye, and the doctors are God only knows where. Let's admit to ourselves that we're better than this and wake up to the truth that this is all wrong and a change must come. My mother was in the hospital going on 3 weeks as the tests dripped and dropped out, while a family's frustration grew, and my mother was beside herself with anger and confusion. How can people just be left to their own devices when they are sick and in need of urgent care? How can we just stand by and watch as the wheels of time grind each and every single one of us into dust? We block out the unknown with rivers of denial and an ocean of apathy. Instead of turning to each other for comfort, we turn against each other, believing we're fighting the good fight, when all we're actually doing is turning our backs on the inevitable. Shut it down and walk right on by. Because what's the bloody difference when the new normal has replaced human beings with machines? And even the machines are running like shit. No admittance. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm here in a Cleveland kitchen in Cleveland, at Lyndhurst. Thank you.